Hello, it's David and welcome for this new video. Some weeks ago I've asked you if you prefer to see a video about outings, and I mean by outings the fact to go outside and not the coming out, or a topic about brands and outfits. And you are so cruel because you have chosen outings. So, disclaimer, I'm French, doing this video is a lot of effort, so I hope you will be nice with me. It's not so easy to speak in another language, so if my words or tenses are weird, it's because I don't know how to express myself in English. But I want to speak in English because it forces me to be direct. So, in my question, I've precised my disaster attempt to go out. Maybe it was quite hard to say because there were not a disaster, but it's more not pleasant. You have to know that as a guy, I'm a shy guy and I'm not very at ease outside. I prefer to have a walk, take a walk, in the nature, in quiet places, and going to crowded places, it's quite difficult for me. Even though sometimes I like doing shopping in the malls, but less is better. Another thing that you have to know is that I'm a shy guy, I'm not very at ease to talk with people, and being dressed as a girl is a risk to have some guys that want to talk with you. And first of all, I'm not attracted to guys, and second thing is that I don't seek interactions with people in general, even though I like them. It's quite a paradox, but in that situation, I don't want any interactions. So I don't want to be stressed by that. My favorite outings are going to small parties with friends or the friends of friends. I've always experienced that in the past, but I will precise this later in the video. I like playing board games. So in general, I have to say that going to clubhouses or all the places with a lot of alcohol, a lot of music is definitely not my thing. So if all of that is true for me as a guy, it will be true for me dressed as a girl. I repeat that, I'm not a girl and I don't define myself as a girl. My goal with that is to enjoy femininity, the clothes, but I'm not doing that for a sort or kind of transition. So you may wonder, how did he go outside with such a personality as a girl or dressed like a girl? You might be surprised. So you might be surprised, but the very first time I went out was with another crossdresser that was very known at that time. It was very strange to meet that person because she was known for a long time. She was maybe the first French crossdresser on the internet, showing not sex but cool things, social interactions. That was really great to see. And so we had a walk around the airport of Rennes because I lived there at that time. And this town is Saint-Jacques-de-la-Lande for those who maybe know that place. In that very first outing, we were controlled by the police. It was weird, but they were nice. Actually, they didn't ask our papers. They were just really surprised to see to person with elegant clothes, but in the street. So I think they thought that we were prostitutes. But my friends went to them and explained that we were just here to be alone and safe. And they understood that, and they drove away. After that, I had some outings in the streets of Rennes, in Bretagne, but I have to say that it's not my thing, because I just said I prefer quiet places, and I prefer to enjoy my femininity with a goal, with things to do. And the other things I really like to do with feminine clothes is to go to huge parties, but huge is quite relative, because it's very hard to gather a lot of crossdressers in the parties, because French crossdressers are all over the France, and choosing a specific place is complicated. And the other thing is to have contact with crossdressers that are ready to go out, at least in parties. And strangely, it's my thing to go in private places, in safe places with a lot of crossdressers, with no men, because if you invite men, you know that they will ask things that I clearly don't want to hear. So I've known like 3 or 4 parties like this, and it was really great. But you know that you can live that just once a year, and that's sad. And it's quite a long time now that I've not lived that. But if you are a French crossdresser that is watching this video, write me, and maybe we can plan this, schedule this. In all my experiences, I've also went out to do shopping in a mall. I've done this 2 times. The very first time was in a very big mall in Rennes named Centralma. It's very known because it's maybe the biggest of Bretagne. There you have a lot of stores that you may know as Hollister, Zara, Sephora, Calzedonia, and of course a McDonald's. So yes, it's pretty big. And the very first time was with my ex-girlfriend and best friend, a girl best friend. And that was so great, because I was a man with 2 girls. So the passing was maybe greater than alone. And the second time was maybe the last time I went to a mall, because I was named Monsieur. And even though I dress girly and I define myself as a guy, I think this is not respectful, because people will watch you, will see you dressed like a girl, and if they name you Monsieur, Sir, they're doing with bad intentions. And I badly lived that, and it was 5 years ago. So I really prefer to go to parties with other crossdressers or with cisgender friends than to go to very big places and have a risk of that. But if you like to go in public, do this with open spaces, because you will avoid some bad interactions. But you have to know that most of people doesn't care about you. They have their own life. Maybe they will see you, they will say in their head, that's not really a girl. But they will mind their business in the end. And I have to say that all the paths that I've crossed in public spaces were not so bad. And I've never lived people who went to me and want to beat me. So that's great. But I have a strong instinct. And when I know that something is bad, I avoid that. So it's true, I didn't go out a lot in the streets, maybe 3 or 4 times, because I prefer to be with friends. And the last time I really went out was at the restaurant with my best friend, and it was so amazing because you're outside, you are sit on your chair and you have just a good time. You don't have to walk, you don't have to bear your heels. With having a lot of steps, the heels can seriously be hurtful for your feet. In the end, I would say that you're totally right to go outside where you want. I know there is maybe sometimes a competition between crossdressers, and the winner would be the one who shoots the most of pigs outside, showing they are so party animals. They are so famous, but you have the right to be like me and to say I'm more shy, that I want my comfort zone and to go out, but in specific places, and that's great. LGBT bars can be also a good place to go. I know there is one in Rennes that I've not experienced now yet, but it's something I want to try maybe one day, but not alone. Saying I don't want to go outside alone is valid, and maybe it's safer for you. So we are now at the end of the video. I hope you have appreciated it. I'm sorry if the tenses are bad. I know my grammar is not very perfect, but I've tried my best, and I say you bye bye and take care of you.